What's going on? Legendary here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our daily gaming XP grind episode 84. So let's go ahead and do an XP update really quick. So 307,000 attack XP, wood cutting 1,001,000, construction 2,011,000, rune crafting 726,000, magic 111,000, mining 4,128,000, artisan 4,094,000, and cooking 280,000. So we've been working on collecting a little bit of cooking resources behind the scenes. Not a crazy amount, but we have been working on it. And right now, actually, what I want to do is sort of try to clean up a little bit before we get back into the race of the grind. And this will give us an opportunity to also sort of show you guys how far along we're coming as far as our resources, because we've got an insane amount of a lot of different things. I don't know how that chicken got in there, but basically it's quite crazy when you really look at it. There's a little bit more we could have grabbed out of there, but we've been organizing a lot. For those of you who haven't really been keeping up, it's quite crazy, really, the progress that we've made, and we couldn't be happier. So this is almost full of fleas, so we've obviously made another one, and really happy with our organizational skills, and we've kept up pretty good on it. It's a really hard thing to do because of how much we play the game, but I think we're on the right track. One bad thing is I don't really cut trees down anymore, so what's happening with that is basically now we're not getting any more. So our bird's nest, that is. So it's unfortunate because obviously we would like to keep getting bird's nests just because they may contain seeds. I think we've got quite a bit for right now, but we would like to have a little bit more. So there are a couple chests we've still got to move, but for the most part, we're not going to do any more right now. But we've got so much swamp tar now, and I think that we might need swamp tar later in the game. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely something we're conscious about and want to try to make an effort to gather it while we play the game. Usually we get it from chests in the swamps. We're not like going out of our way picking it up off the ground anymore because we're not really making armor. I feel like at this current point, we need to stay focused and try to gather resources so that way basically whatever does come with Third Hollow, we're prepared for it. And obviously I don't think anyone really knows what that's going to entail, so I just want to make sure that whatever is required, we're going to have a lot of it. We are going to kill a sheep and ram for a little bit, and then actually what I'd like to do is go back to the swamp, because if you missed a couple of my last episodes, I sort of discussed how basically we were fighting the Abyssal Demon, and he seemed so much more strong. I'm not sure what's going on with that, and he was able to basically kill us with our shield up. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. And also once we were, I mean, I almost got him down, and I thought I could just sort of melee him to finish him. And then once I got killed because he sort of used his ability and it went through my shield, and I was almost dead instantly and then did die. But basically, it was crazy. And then when I went back, he was gone. So I'm not sure if he teleported to the Bloodlight Swamp or what exactly really happened. It's very unfamiliar for me, so I'm not quite sure what exactly happened, but I want to go back and see if he's there. While we're there, we can kill a couple rats as well, putrid rats, and gather a little bit more resources. But I really wish I knew what the situation was, because it was just very different, very unfamiliar. And we've got this Thrain over here. We don't really want to get involved with him, so let's try to be quick about this, kill a couple more sheep, and then I think we're going to go to the swamp. In the next episode, we're probably going to be working on cooking. We've got quite a bit of supplies built up. Excited for the October update, where it's going to change the ratio of what's going to be required to basically make certain recipes. I'm not sure every one of them that's going to be affected by that, but obviously the less resources we're going to have to use, the better. It's going to give us a little bit more XP with less struggle, I suppose. Just as long, I mean, I guess in terms of how long it takes to get resources. I don't see the Abyssal Demon out here. I'm not quite sure what happened. It's quite frustrating, really, because when you kill the Abyssal Demon, the biggest thing I think that I could say about it is you're going to get a lot of resources that can help you potentially. I believe some of that the abyssal ashes actually make potions. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever used them. I think that's what they're for, but obviously you get the abyssal spine, which is going to let you basically fix your whip if it gets damaged. But I don't know. I don't know why he would just sort of teleport away, and then I wasn't able to find him. I did search for him a little bit in the video, and it's very interesting to me. But we've got a couple rats over here. We're going to go ahead and kill them. That will give us a little bit of magic XP, a little bit of cooking resources, and range is just days away. It's quite crazy. Obviously, it felt like forever, and it sort of was. I think the big one, the big hold up is basically going to be when we're going to get Fall Hollow. And they said, believe it was the beginning or potentially a little bit in the middle. So it's still going to be quite a bit of a wait, but obviously, so excited about that and what that's going to bring to the game and how much it's going to change for all of us. But still no Abyssal Demon, quite frustrating, don't understand it. And I mean, I didn't kill him, so I'm not sure where he would have went. I don't think he goes to the other part of the swamp, so he should be over here. He's probably in the Bloodblight swamp. I don't know why he would have went there though, because obviously we had combat here, and now he's just sort of gone. So anyway, we're gonna jump back to killing more sheep and ram, so we can keep collecting resources. Obviously, we've got to stay focused on that. I was just really curious if potentially he had respawned. I would have loved to be able to finish killing him and get the resources and also the XP, because you do get quite a bit of good XP from killing the Abyssal Demon. And you can save spot it, which is actually what I was doing initially, and I thought, oh, I could just block the damage and finish him off with melee and get a little bit of XP in a different attack style. And I don't know what happened, but ultimately I regret what I did, because now I can't even find him, and now it just sort of irritating me really, since they don't really spawn that often as well. So if I go to Bloodblight Swamp, I've only seen him in a Bloodblight Swamp, I believe, like twice too. He's actually like incredibly rare to find out there. So I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that, but it's quite crazy how many resources I've basically grinded, and still so much more to come. But I don't know, like I don't really lag in too bad when I'm coming into that area where I've got all my chests and my storage warehouse. So I don't really think that's going to be a problem in the long run. But would be quite nice to find the Abyssal Demon again. I don't really like to go to Bloodblight Swamp too often. Obviously, there are putrid rats there and things like that I can kill. And I think they give a little bit better of XP because it's a higher level area. But it's not really a great reason to go there just for putrid rats. Oh my gosh. That was terrible. And now I'm poisoned. So let's go back here. And we're probably going to die unless I can get to a potion, and I can't because I'm sort of stuck. And we're dead. So that was ridiculous. There was a bit of lag and we didn't even quite know that they were there. And then they sort of just snuck up on us. So it's okay. At least our body's here and not back there, because then we would have to go back. So something you could do that's actually quite easy is in here. There's always like these giant rats, which they give a little bit of resources. It's nothing crazy, but ultimately it's okay XP. It's nothing great. If you're a lower level and you're just trying to get resources to level up, you could definitely go with this approach. But obviously there's better resources, I believe, for cooking, because I think certain ones are going to give more XP, and I don't really think this meat really does a lot. But it does give other resources, like I stated, if you're a lower level player and sort of just getting into the game. These guys can actually be really good to kill. And there's quite a bit of them around if you want to sort of follow all of them. They're everywhere. But I'm not going to jump down there because obviously we really don't want to kill any more of these. I just sort of wanted to go there. I haven't been here in a while. And look at all the trees we've cut down in the game. These are all glitched out in the distance. Those aren't even there anymore. Did such an incredible job of basically getting rid of them. No Abyssal Demon. So frustrating. I don't see any putrid rats. There we go. There's one right there. but I don't know. Things are different. Now that I've started to sort of check off different things I don't really need to work on anymore. Oh my gosh, there's the Abyssal Demon, and now we've got a situation because if he is indeed as powerful as he was last time, I'm going to have to run for my life because my block didn't work last time. So hopefully we can find a way to safe spot him and not get annihilated. That would be the goal here. It was terrible last time. I wouldn't normally complain about it, but I'm glad he's here. So we're going to kill him with magic, and we're just going to do it from right here because honestly, I don't want to really deal with potentially dying again. It was not fun, and then not being able to find him. But you can see here we're getting quite a bit of magic XP. So obviously we don't really use our Abyssal Whip that often, so we're not really concerned too much with the resource of Abyssal Spawn and the Abyssal Dust and things like that. We may jump down at the end when there's just a few hits left and sort of attack him. I notice he hasn't sort of bent down. There we go. He does this thing where he sort of allows himself to be vulnerable. So this is going to be a good time to sort of go in here. But there we go. So we got quite a bit of XP. It's interesting. You even get artisan XP when you kill him. I don't understand why. That's a little bit weird to me. But it'd be great for someone who potentially still trying to work on their artisan and need XP. So that's actually quite useful. Hopefully when they add, what is it going to be, like some sort of completionist thing? I'm trying to think what it's called, like tasks you can do to complete in the game. I cannot think of the name, but basically, achievements, that's right. So when they add achievements into the game, hopefully it's things like kill 5 Abyssal Demons or kill 20 or how many ever they decide that they want to do. I've got no idea what their numbers are going to be. Hopefully that's something that they do because obviously I would be working constantly on trying to achieve those different things in a game. So I'm glad I got to kill the Abyssal Demon. I've been looking for him for quite a while. So we are going to kill Sheep and Ram for a little bit longer. And then looks like some of the essence has respawned. So actually we can work on that a little bit as well too. I don't want to focus too much on that. That's kind of something I can do behind the scenes. So maybe if I happen to see any Sheep and Ram while I'm out here, we can sort of kill them as well while we're doing this. This is important, even though it's a little bit boring because we do it so often. It's very important. It's going to be very crucial in basically reaching the milestone that we need to of 1,000,000 rune crafting XP. And I really think 1,000,000 rune crafting XP is going to put us right where we need to be to basically, I believe, have max rune crafting once it's basically added to the game. Because right now, obviously, the highest level is 50. Here's a bunch of Sheep and Ram over here. We'll go ahead and kill them really quick. But basically, 50 is the max right now. But obviously, they're going to increase that. And I think we're going to be quite ready for it. I feel like 1,000,000 is going to be really where you want to be. So, probably not even that much. But that's all speculation. And I've got absolutely no idea currently with what that's going to look like. But I'm going to be more than prepared for it. So, definitely looking forward to them raising the cap on the skills. Let's go ahead and I'd hate to do this whole run right now. It looks like it hasn't even all respawned, so we don't really have to worry about it. I'm not sure why these respond, but other ones didn't. But that's okay. Not really a big deal. Makes it easier, actually, because then we only have to worry about a couple. So we've got a shaman over there, so we really don't want to worry, go too close to that. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. We're going to go back and kill a little bit more Sheep and Ram. Not a lot. And then we're basically going to call it a day. We're probably not going to do an XP update at the very end. We'll go over the ones that I think we worked on a little bit, but we really didn't hit anything too hard to the point where it's going to make a huge difference by basically staking our XP because we already did it at the very beginning and we really did not do a whole bunch in the game. So, can't wait for range to be here. We're just days away. And then that way I can start killing all these creatures with range. I think it's actually going to be quite fun for a while. Obviously, since Valhalla is so far away from the game, it will kind of get boring rather fast. But at least it's a new way to kill these creatures. So I think it will add a little bit more excitement for the period of time. Let's see. Those aren't back either. There's some sheep and ram, but they're really far. So I think we're going to go back to our base. We're going to empty out our personal storage chest. Grab everything, and then we are going to go over a little bit of XP that we did work on. Go ahead and hydrate my character. Gonna need to grab some more water as well. But anyway, so let's go ahead and put the food away. We got quite a bit, to be honest. Let's see. That's all of it. It doesn't seem like a lot. Anyway, monster parts. That's pretty much it. So let's put all this in here. Go over what we did accomplish. So we did work on attack, but it was very minimal. 307,000 XP. We worked on magic a little bit. 113,387. And I think that's pretty much it, except we got that little bit of artisan XP, which isn't even a big deal. 4,094,557 XP. So anyway, guys, we really hope you guys are enjoying our content. Hopefully you're enjoying your experience in RuneScape Dragonwilds. And until next time, Legion Luda out.